Hello Earthlings, Ultra Violet Ronald from the Bronx here, and today we're going to get into the benefits of jumping rope. Anybody can start it. It's very cheap and inexpensive to buy. It costs about anywhere between $5 to $15 a purchase. You could purchase it from your local sporting goods. You can purchase it off of Amazon. There's always a lot of good sales on Amazon. But besides that, to get jump roping, it doesn't take much. And it's one of the most complete and best exercises you can do for your whole body. The great thing is too, it's a low impact workout. So you're not going to be really messing with any of the joints or the ligaments in your body, tearing it down. If anything, it's great for energy prevention, and at the same time it builds on those ligaments, it builds on those joints, and all those little muscles around your toes, your calves, your ankles. It just hits everything on the body. And if you really want like an added sure way to really get the understanding of jump roping, because it is a skill, no matter how you look at it, and you have to take it slow at first in order to get that rhythm and that cadence going, kind of like if you're hitting that speed bag, double end bag, anything that pertains to you dancing or trying to understand the movements and the coordination in your head as to think about with your feet or your hands or whatever your body is doing. It takes time to learn. But the cool thing is, when you're jumping rope, you can do it inside your house, in your room. You can do it outside, but the ceiling has to be high enough if you're inside. You can do it at your school. You can do it at an event. You can do it anywhere. That is the beauty of jumping rope. You can bring it on. You can bring it on a flight with you. You can put it in your backpack. It doesn't weigh more than ½ pound. Now, if you're going towards weighted jump ropes, they can go all the way up to about 5 pounds. The cool thing about the weighted jump rope, though, is that it allows you to really understand the movements and you can time it better, especially if you're starting out. But it's going to be very taxing on the shoulders. That's the only thing. But once you get the rhythm down, jump roping is fun. You can play around with your footwork. You can really get in and get out and become more evasive over time. And the cool thing, like I told you, when you're jump roping, you're gonna look a little awkward at first. You may have your hands a little too wide like this, and you're not gonna know how to get that rhythm. So you're gonna look a little like this, or you're gonna keep messing up. You're gonna keep trying to jump over it. You're gonna be a little scared to kind of get into that groove. You're like, what am I doing? I can't get it right. And you're trying to get it right. You're like, thinking about it too much, and just the rhythm is not there. But you can take your time. Again, it's a skill. It's something that you build up to. So when you're starting out, you want to make sure the rope goes up to about your armpit length. Most ropes can be adjusted, but this is like the proper length right here. And then from here, if your ceiling is high enough, it should be easy to bring it around. But the thing is, catching it on the bottom. Now you want to stay on your toes. As you're doing the jump roping, you want to try to stay on your toes the whole time. That's where the benefit of this workout really gets into play, and which is beautiful. You can start off doing about a minute, doing about 2 minutes, 3 minutes every other day. It's never good to do it every other day because you have to give your body rest, but especially starting out, unless the intensity is extremely low, you can do it every day, but you're not really getting no benefit out of it. It's really just like you going out your door and taking a brisk walk. Yeah, there's some cardiovascular benefits to a degree, but not really. But when you start to really get the understanding, you can go from one foot to the next foot, swapping. You can go slow, and it's all about pace. When you're doing it from the beginning, you want to build up that pace. Then it can get a little faster, kind of like this here, get a little faster, or you can start playing around with it. Do a little out of the shuffle as you're going into it, or crisscross, or you can go into crisscross as you're doing it. See, even I messed up, and I've been doing this for a while. So crisscross just like this here, and then from the crisscross, when you get a little fancy, you can start running as if you're jogging outside. And the crazy thing is, 8 minutes of jumping rope at a decent moderate pace is equivalent to you jogging 1 mile outside. And for every 10 minutes you're doing it at a good pace, you're burning 200 calories.
Now, if you're not telling me that's a great workout, I don't know what is. But besides hitting everything in your body, swimming is like the next thing that would do that, but you have to have a pool. Not everybody has access to a pool. But the cool thing about that, it prevents injuries as well, and it's zero impact. But again, with the jump rope, you could do it anywhere. As long as the ceiling is high enough, you can do it anywhere. But getting back into it, you want to get that rhythm. And as you get that rhythm, it only becomes easier. You can go faster, do double unders. This is when you get really advanced. This is the fun part right here. When you start doing double unders, you really start building that endurance in your shoulders. And then go right back to a slow pace. You can go as if you're about to dance with somebody and kind of get out of danger. Hopping in, hopping out. And another good one again, to get that footwork down, is getting into that crisscross. Getting into that crisscross. Now, you're gonna mess up, like you see me messing up. No one is perfect. Again, jump roping is a skill. It takes time to build up. But once you get it, you can really start playing around and have fun with it. And just going at your own pace, getting crazy with it. But the thing that's gonna suck though, is if you mess up, depending on how strong that plastic is, if it's a beaded rope, if it's a wire type cable rope, when it hits you, it's going to sting. And I don't mean that lightly, it's going to sting. But hopefully that doesn't deter you. You just want to keep going and get back in the groove of it. Again, when you're starting out, about a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and then eventually build up to a half hour. Remember, for every minute that you're doing this, you're burning anywhere between 15 to 20 calories. You're building a new skill. You're becoming more agile, more evasive, getting lighter on your toes, strengthening your whole body, building that core, and that hand-eye coordination, which is super important. So whether you're doing boxing, mixed martial art, football, any sport, you can still really reap the benefits of jumping rope. That is the great thing about doing it. Hopefully you got what you need from this, but other than that, stay with peace and love, everyone.